again guys, and welcome back to another gaming pickups video. But this week we'll be doing things a little bit differently. So normally when I'm buying games online, I like to see the exact item I'm buying so I can kind of judge the quality and the condition of each item. But there are a few websites we can get games considerably cheaper, but essentially you are blind buying from these websites. So recently I bought some stuff from Magpie and CEX. So with these you just get a listing of what you're buying. You don't really get an idea of the condition, but you can get some real bargains. So we'll be opening up some of those packages later in the video so you can see what they're like and you'll see my actual response. This will be the first time I've been opening these packages. It'll be really cool to see what's inside. We've got a few other bits to go into first. Let's jump straight into this week's pickups. The first ones we have to open this time are some bits from Nintendo. And these are actually bits of random merchandise which I've got using Club Nintendo. So with this you can collect coins to spend on random little bits of merchandise and little cool things, but you can only collect these coins by either purchasing games from Nintendo or completing tasks. Like I think I did some of these playing Mario Run, even though it's a terrible game. I think they've also linked it to things like Fire Emblem, and probably going to link it to some new Pokemon games, but they do have some pretty cool exclusive bits you can only get using this service. So the first one I picked up this time is this Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD art collection. So in here it's got a little stand, which you can see there, where you can display some pieces of art from the games. It's essentially like postcard collectibles. The thing that always makes me laugh about these Mario boxes, they look so boring on the outside. You open them up and the boxes are actually pretty interesting. So I think this was about the equivalent of 400 coins, which I think I had about a balance of 1,000. So I managed to pick this one up and one other. The problem is with these things, they are really tempted to keep sealed. Like, these are the kind of things that in years to come, who would have randomly picked these up? So I think in here there's 5 different postcards from the new Zelda Skyward Sword game. So these are really cool to add, and I just don't know, let me know in the comments below. Would you open these up and display them, or keep them sealed away for the rest of all time? We got more stuff from my Nintendo here as well. So, as I said, I had 1,000 points and I had 2 items I wanted to pick up for 400 points each. So once again, Nintendo really do go all out on their packaging. If you look at this packaging here, we got not 1, not 2, but 3 bits of packaging. Once again, a lovely Mario branded box. And this one is a Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity notebook. So, where would you normally find random bits like this? This is the kind of kooky thing that Nintendo do that I really enjoy. So I guess this would be perfect for writing down like cheats and tips for your favourite Nintendo games. This kind of reminds you of the kind of thing you normally used to get with Nintendo Power magazine. It's just a cool little bit of Nintendo history to add into the collection. We've come to the first of our blind buys. I say blind buys because literally you just have to go from a description. You know, you normally buy something on eBay, you'll see an exact picture of the item you're purchasing. Well, I have picked up some bits from Magpie, and the reason for this is simple. They have some really good deals. So I have done this in one of their special offers. You can either get 2 for £6 or 4 for £8. There is some pretty good retro gaming stuff on there. As you'll see, I've got a pretty good selection of stuff from over a couple of consoles. So let's jump in. So you have to work out, these come at roughly £2 a game. So the first game I ordered was this copy of Metroid Prime Hunter's Demo. So this is for the DS. It's not, once again, these are not amazing games. They're cool ones to pick up for £2 with free delivery. So look at this, it's actually in really good condition. This is the thing, you do not have any idea, they do not list their condition. And the thing is as well, it is fully complete. So the reason I decided to pick this up now is because Metroid Dread is coming out and Metroid game prices are only going to get silly in the next few months. So before the spike hits, try and complete your Metroid collections. You're going to regret it down the line. One more game to go in this package, so game number 2 of 4. And we have Battles Prince of Persia. So this is a game I've never actually heard of. It does look like it has got a slight bit of fading, or I don't know if they've kind of done the cover like that to make it look a little bit aged. So I actually thought I had all of the Prince of Persia games, and so I was searching through, just seeing what other DS games I had on Magpie, but I'm still pretty impressed with it. Well, actually looking at the booklet inside, I think it is kind of printed to look aged, so I apologise for that, but it is once again complete. The only thing I'd say there is one sticker on the back of the box, but that feels like the kind of sticker that should come off pretty easily. If not, a little bit of glue gun will make that glue gone. So 2 down, 2 to go. So on to the next package. One benefit of using Magpie, it is free delivery, and it is worth picking up quite a few little kind of medium value retro bits from there for £8. So the first game I've got here is a game I've heard nothing but bad things about, but it sounds up my street. It's incredibly violent, it's full of coarse humour and bad language, and that is Rogue Warrior for the Xbox 360. So again, it's not in the worst condition. Sometimes with these games you'll have like a lot of stickers on the box. So this one looks like it has come directly from CEX by the look of the stickers. So it is complete. The disc has got a pretty gnarly sticker on there, I don't know if you can see, but looking on the back of the disc, it doesn't appear to be too scratched. So condition wise, it's pretty good. It doesn't look like the printer has come away a little bit there. That's normally what I find with the Xbox 360 games. They just come slightly loose and just kind of need pulling up in the packet a little bit. But 3 out of 4 ain't bad, so let's check that last game. So the last one of these, as I said, free delivery, and they came super quick. And the last one is Medal of Honor Heroes 2. Which I played Medal of Honor Heroes, the original, on the Wii, and it is a really solid World War II light gun game. This game is different to the kind of Call of Duty games on the Wii, which tried to take the console counterpart and make a Wii game. This has kept it simple and made it a light gun game, and it's a lot better game for it. And this is actually in incredibly good condition. For a Wii game, there's not a scratch on it. It is totally complete. The packaging is in really good condition, and I can get the disc out. The disc looks really clean, so that's definitely the best condition of them all. So all in all, I do order a fair amount of games from Music Magpie, because when you get the games against the end of that kind of shelf life, they do get really cheap. They are fantastic for kind of more common Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PS2, especially PSP games, and 4 for £8 is a cheap way to flesh out their collection. Okay then, here we go, box number 1. So if you didn't know, when you order from CEX, it can come from anywhere across the country. So these games have actually come seemingly from the same stores. So thankfully I don't have to guess what is inside this one. They do actually give you tracking information for each package, which is pretty cool. So checking the receipt in here, we should have a boxed copy of Blast Corps and a boxed copy of Star Wars Rogue Squadron. So both these games were £12 each. But straight off the bat, you can see this is actually packaged fairly decently, which is, you know, a good start. With these kind of box games, especially the N64, they are kind of more fragile. The thing is, the reason these are getting harder to pick up box is because they did have those cardboard boxes, and obviously a lot of people threw them away or just kind of got rid of them over time. But yeah, it is a well packaged item, to be honest. It's quite good, because a lot of the times now you seem to have sellers who will just send things in jiffy bags and they can get squashed pretty easily. Again, opening up the package, it is bubble wrapped. So we've got 2 boxes in here. Let's jump in, see what we got. So straight away, jumping in, I can see we have the boxed copy of Blast Corps, and it's not the most amazing copy I've ever seen, to be honest. You can see these bits are fairly loose at the side. It's got some pretty bad rips on there. The other side is a little bit damaged as well. Also as well, it has no paper insert. So the box is not the best condition we've seen, but it does come complete. We do have the instructions, and to be fair, the cartridge does look in fairly good condition. It's got a little bit of a mark on there, but that should clean up fairly simply. But in respect to the box, it has no paper insert. It's not the worst thing. I think once this is in a box protector, won't be too bad. I don't know if you can see there though, it is actually really dusty. I don't know how long this has been on their shelves, but I suppose, and also the corner there is slightly taped. So first game's impression, not too great, but let's carry on and jump into the next one. On to the second game, and this one is Star Wars Rogue Squadron. So I'm really hoping for a slightly better condition than that first game with Blast Corps, and it does look slightly better, to be honest. Like, again, this side is slightly bent in, but at least this side is pretty secure. But I wonder where the store has come from. It's very, very dusty in this store. But yeah, again, it's not the best condition case. It's not too bad. Like, I'll kind of say that's a good 6, 7 out of 10. But opening it up again, we haven't got the cardboard insert, which isn't the biggest problem, but we do have the instructions and the cart. So this time the cart is in. fairly decent condition, to be fair. That's like, I'm pretty happy with that cartridge. And the book's pretty good as well. Obviously, no pages have been ripped out because, you know, when we go in retro gaming, we really want to get a decent instruction booklet. That's one thing we do miss nowadays with the more modern games. But again, I think once this is in a box protector, it isn't the most terrible. Like, at least these are kind of usable. But we've got a few more to jump into, so let's grab the next box. On to the next box then. So one of the only annoying things with buying from CEX is because they're kind of coming from all over the country, you can't combine on shipping, which is a bit annoying because two of the games actually came in the same box. But we'll jump straight into this one and see what we get with this one. So, as it is a Down the Games Man video, you know that it has to have something wrestling related. This one really has given up a bit more of a fight. So, had to get a box N64 game of the wrestling variety. So again, a very well packaged box. This time though, we haven't got any bubble wrap. It's just this weird kind of holy honeycomb paper. But oh, they really went to town on this one. So, okay, we probably have the best conditioned box here. So this is WrestleMania 2000. Kind of the game that came before the best wrestling game of all time, being obviously WWF No Mercy, but this one is really in really good condition. The only thing I would say, I did actually buy this on the day of release, and it used to have kind of a bit on the back, kind of a lenticular bit which came and covered over this. You can see there where it had the dents in the box to add this. Sadly they're not there. Again, this is kind of really dusty. I don't know where they store their N64 boxes. We need to store them better. But yeah, this is definitely the best conditioned of the three. So let's have a look inside. Yeah, look at well actually I spoke a bit too soon. So as I said, the lenticular bit is actually inside the box. So yeah, this is definitely, and the condition of this instruction manual, this is by far the best of the games we've got so far. Like a head and above. As well, this one was only £10, so the cart is in absolutely immaculate condition. So yeah, best game so far, definitely in the best condition. Really, really pleased with this one. £12 delivered for an N64 game in this good condition. You can't really go wrong. This box right here from CEX, this is the main event. This is what I spent half of that trade-in credit money on. So this is a copy of Ocarina of Time for the N64. I didn't have a copy of this game even loose because I've been waiting to pick up a full box copy. So I'm kind of really fingers crossed this one is in the best condition of the four. But straight out of the box, it doesn't seem, it's a lot lighter. I don't think they've really put as much care into packaging this game. I don't want to kind of damage it, but I'm just going to jump straight in. But at least, as we get into the box, no bubble wrap, but they have kind of used this weird cardboard foam stuff around. So we have the receipt there. Once again, so this one came up as £40, but spoke too soon. There is some bubble wrap inside here. So it was quite a tense moment opening these up. So the unfortunate thing seems to be this may be the worst of the boxes. Looking at it, it doesn't look too bad. I think it's quite hard to bring that across in person. This side has still been sealed at some point. This side is glued down. But it has got some kind of marks on the boxes, probably from old stickers. So I think some Goo Gone will get rid of that quite nicely. But the thing is with this one, we look inside, it does actually have the cardboard insert. But the biggest disappointment, we do not have the instruction manual for Zelda, which is kind of annoying. It's surprising with this one that the cardboard bit did survive this game, but not the instruction booklet. But looking at the cartridge, it has got a little indent in the middle. So if you can see that, but overall, very good condition cartridge. So again, I think at least the box has no real visible tears. It has got some slightly rough bits around the edges. This bit's slightly pushed out. May sound like I'm being quite anal with these, but you know, at the end of the day, we are buying the boxes. Oh, I swear again. Slight tear up this end. We are trying to kind of preserve these games. But the thing is, once you get these into box protects, they will look a lot better. But for £40 for a boxed copy of Zelda is a lot cheaper than it would have been buying off eBay, especially with that trade-in credits. In theory, I didn't really lose anything on these games. I think with a little bit of a clean-up, this box can be a lot better. And it's a really good game to add into the collection. I haven't played Ocarina of Time since its release. I'm really looking forward to jumping back into this one. There we have it then, guys. Another gaming pickups video, but with a twist this time. So what do you think of blind buying your games? I think it definitely has its benefits in the fact you can save a lot of money. I think with Music Magpie it is kind of a no-brainer. At 4 games for £8 free delivery, you are always going to get something that's worth getting. It's a really good way to bolster that retro game collection with some of the lesser titles. All in all, I think I would take the risk again with CEX with boxed N64 games. You do save a decent amount of money compared to buying the games on eBay. It is a bit of a roll of the dice, but I think it kind of paid off. Most of those games I'm pretty happy with. The only thing I was really missing was the paper inserts, but they're easy to buy off Etsy. Even though they won't be the original, it'd be good to get the game complete. And I think when they're added on the box protector, they're going to look really nice up on the shelf in the game room. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below. It was a little bit different this time. Did you enjoy watching me open and react some of my posts? It's something I do quite often, so if you enjoy it, I'm sure we can do it again. And I'm sure I'll be buying lots more box stuff from CEX. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to leave me a like and subscribe for more great videos. And as always, keep playing the game.